The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start the drive here with an end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. 23 yards the pickup there.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And this is Cook with a grab. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
Yeah, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it.
There he goes left side. He's to the 15. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 57 yards. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 2. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Take it at the 37. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It was Miles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Bengals nothing.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with 4th down and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Bengals will get the football back.
On 1, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
Do you almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Arthur Melville. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On second down, Cook. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Cook again. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They're on 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
At the 12-yard line.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. They got his man, complete. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
It's just called, as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To the air again, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Now it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
On third down, Burrow. And to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Back to throw again. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. First down now with that clock rolling.
That's another Cincinnati Bengals.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Like you mean it.
Showtime! Let's do this! All right, let's go.
Here we go, here we go.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. A good game there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They're on 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
First down. Here's Burrow. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Well, getting this into the hands of Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now Burrow on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's a gain of 3.
Now Burrow. Here's a diving catch right side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
Burrow looking to pass. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. Third and goal from the 2. Play action. It's Burrow. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. This is a 26-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made them lining up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Keep it up!
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Back now in Cincinnati. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. We've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And all the way in for the Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 30 yards. And the Bengals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead in the 4th. So what a comeback here. They look like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments and now they did some big plays and it turned this game on its heel.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now Jackson. And that one too wide and incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
Second and 10. Jackson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
On one, ready?
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Mix it up the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this one complete to Smith. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play on the catch and run, covering 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. This is caught. Touchdown! touchdown lead in this fourth quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This deep. The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And 3rd and 8 now.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And this pass broken up. It's had a long time there. And now 4th down.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Jones on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
On 2, ready?
That ball down the field. Exploit them here on this run. Get out of here with a win. Stop him. Defense is asleep.
Right now, let's go get 6. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Now it's Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, 28 yards. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Forced out to his left. Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you
Don't
got to do.
worry about your hands though. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete to Zacchaeus. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd down and 8. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Touchdown. Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Boyd. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun again to Mixon. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. And quickly they get to the line.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Burrow on 3rd down. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Over middle, that's caught by Chase. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. That one goes for 24 yards. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me 4. That's my turn now to make the big play. And that's exactly what he did.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 6.
Let's get that touch. Finish it. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Bengals are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. His guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent, and that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter.
Play some D out there.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Zacchaeus here, hauling it in.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Hurts sets up to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Now Burrow on first down. Short throw to Smith. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And that one caught downfield by Burrow. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.